Hi, I'm Sarah Berry. On today's program, we'll look at the work of three expressionist painters. We'll see the first major show by Julian Schnabel, veteran abstractionist LEE KRASNER, and the rebellious, spirited MALCOM MORLEY. Expressionist painting was made in 1982. In the spring of 1981, Julian Schnabel had his first major one-man show, simultaneously at the Castelli Gallery and the Mary Boone Gallery in Soho. This dual exhibition was designed to bring Schnabel to broad public attention, and it clearly was a success. The show received critical acclaim and established Schnabel as the phenomenon of the 1981 art season. Schnabel's work is individualistic, but critics have linked it to the revival of Expressionism that was taking place in the early 1980s. Schnabel often uses plates in his paintings. These works have excited the most critical interest. Schnabel is aware that the plates carry a range of connotations, and they also make for an interesting surface, rich in pictorial incident.
The plates have to do with different familial situations. They have to do with, I treat them like junk, like stuff. I mean, they have a place in the world. These pots are located in a place. You see these pots, you get an idea of a location, of a place, of a culture. There's a whole cross-reference of information that is on a ball, just spinning around like it was in a computer that comes off. There's an idea about simultaneity of time. If you have things from the 14th century and from the 15th century, from the 20th century, all in the same painting, things that are pictorial and things that are literal, all in the same painting, things that are psychological, things that have different religious implications, all in the same painting. The accumulative effect of this painting is something that one has to deal with experientially.
Abstract Expressionism is a style of painting based on emotions. As one of the few women working in this mode, it is not surprising that Krasner has forged a special amalgam, a unique vision that was just coming into its own in the late 1950s. Krasner continues to paint today, and when we visited her at her Upper East Side Manhattan apartment, she talked about one of her recent paintings and explained to us her spontaneous working process.
I start with a blank, and there's nothing more horrifying than a blank canvas, because I don't have a thought or an idea, or I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. And finally something stimulates you to move. It may be an obsession with a color. Well, I might pick, if I'm ready to work, or whatever it is that gets me working, and I can't define that. I have no idea what it might be. I will start and make some brush strokes across the entire canvas, and then pretty soon some image will suggest itself to me. And by image, I don't mean a naturalistic image, but some form will,
Or shape, or
something. And I start out from that, and then I keep moving with it.
so it's like a series of actions and reactions.
That's right. You might put it that way. That's a pretty good definition.
Certainly one of today's leading expressionist painters is this man, MALCOM MORLEY. Back in the 1960s, Morley was one of the original photorealists, and when he changed to an expressionist approach in the early 1970s, many thought it was an eccentric move and that he had lost his sense of discipline. But now Morley looks like a prophet. Morley likes to work with music in the background because it helps him achieve strokes that are unique and full of feeling. In the following commentary, he explains to us that his oil paintings are both calculated and free, and we could see how this unlikely union was achieved through his working method.
And the struggle, I'm assuming, is the struggle between what you call libido and ego. Libido in terms of instantaneous pleasure, gratification, fulfillment, satisfaction, right?
Yeah.
And the idea of success of ego in the world, delay. Right? And it seems to me the central core issue in painting could be about that, because it is about that for me.
Yeah.
Personally, I live my life existentially like that on what you might call the edge. You know?
So for you, each brushstroke is its
It's
own,
a matter of life and death.
well, a matter of life and death.
Yeah, yeah. Of the idea of identity. Because I'm discovering, I'm evolving identity as I go along through each painting as a riddle, which I discover the riddle through doing the painting.